Servus from the Pain Cave and welcome back to another ZRL race. And this one's a real leg breaker. We're heading to Scotland for 10 brutal laps around the Glasgow Crit Circuit, totaling 30 kilometers with 330 meters of climbing. Today's race is a points race. Each lap includes 2 sprint segments, so that's 21 sprints in just under 40 minutes. I'm racing again with my German ZRG-R crew. We are leading the team standings and aim for another good team result. Today's hardest rivals will be once again Austrian Manfred Sen, Olympic rower from the Netherlands, Meindert Clem, and I'm also expecting a lot in this race from Marcus Ericsson. I always keep an eye on the Ruhr riders. Their strongest riders for Heibler and Müller are absent today, but they always have a strong team with strong riders at the front. So we are off, and the first points sprint is just awaiting us around the corner. After a few hundred meters, we are aware of that and try to get in a good position to take maximum points at the front. I'm already getting out of the saddle here, pushing 10 watts per kilo. Almost too far in at the front here, too early, and you can see others are coming from behind, taking my draft, and it's a really first very close finish here, and I'm finishing in third position, taking 44 points here. And so yeah, that was the first of 21 sprints that we are expecting in this next 40 minutes, and the next one is just about to come here, the Clyde Kicker. And I'm here a bit far behind, getting out of the saddle, and there comes the biggest problem I will tell you about in a second. I'm trying to make up some positions here. My RPM is at 100, and I'm taking here 13th position with 34 points. And yeah, I had some resistance problems. Like that happened already like 2 or 3 weeks ago. It was gone then, but this time it happened again. We're getting ready for the next sprint here. Just around the corner again, the champion sprint. I'm doing a bit better here, but you could see my RPM at 110. And so yeah, my resistance was always delayed like 5 to 10 seconds, something around that. And I'm finishing here in 7th position. So both the climbs and also like my shifting. You can see my gears, it's working, the virtual shifting, but the resistance is delayed. So I'm always, after a few laps, I try to shift like 5, 6, 7 seconds earlier, but it was a torture and it was really hard also mentally because I couldn't really sprint the way I wanted to sprint. So I really struggled with that at the beginning. You can see just 13th position here again at the Clyde Kicker. Normally that should suit me, but I struggled really hard with that resistance problem. And yeah, I just couldn't really sprint. And I had really big problems here to, you can see me sometimes like also shifting a lot. And then like it kicks in the resistance and I'm just struggling here a lot. But this is the sprint. The champion sprint always worked a lot better. I'm finishing here in 2nd position. It's always very close here, 45 points this time. So the sprints, the champion sprints always worked a bit better than the Clyde Kicker because here, I don't know, it just was horrible because that huge gradient, it kind of kicked in 5 seconds late, and then you had like that huge resistance, and first you had no resistance, so that was always pretty terrible. And we are crossing the line here, 3rd time in 11th position, so you can see no top 10 here at this Clyde Kicker point sprint so far. So this was definitely the sprint segment I was struggling with here in that sprint, champion sprint. I was always doing a bit better here. I was also, like you can see, RPM at 120. I couldn't sprint at all here. That was absolutely terrible. Now I'm like, shifting around 60, 70. That was really terrible. And 15th position because I couldn't do anything here. That was just absolutely horrible. But again, like from this point on, like I tried to like shift earlier, and some attacks at the front. Meindert Clem is attacking. Manfred Clem is trying to chase him down here, and I'm here in a good position, better this time. So first time I can do a good position up the Clyde Kicker here, as it seems. Top 10 is possible, and 4th position, 43 points. And you could already also probably notice so far our teammate or my teammate, Yannick, he's doing a tremendous job so far. He's always at the front, always like just, where is he here? Coming in a second. Oh, here he is coming, finishing here in the top 3 once again. So he was doing a really great job, always at the front, always in a good position, taking super many points. And he already had a pretty comfortable lead at this point. I'm finishing 6th here in the 5th champion sprint, taking 41 points. We are 13 kilometers in, 17 kilometers to go. And you can just see the power graph on the bottom. Like it's always just sprint, recover, sprint, recover, and it's just absolutely crazy. And it hurt like hell, I can tell you. At this point, 5th lap, I was like, damn, like, I mean, you could see that the sprints were getting shorter. At the beginning, it was just really madness because everyone was going all in. And after like 4 laps or so, you could feel, okay, the sprints are getting shorter. Everyone is already getting tired here. And that definitely helped to get through this race. So next champion sprint, I'm trying to go for a good position here. Once again, Marcus Ericsson is just ahead of me, and I'm finishing here, top 10. Fifth place, 42 points. Yannick is there again, taking lots of points. So he is doing a really good race, and we knew that. Like, he is a very strong guy, and in that race, he's definitely showing that. All right, next time, Clyde Kicker. It's sixth lap already. I'm trying to stay here with the front. Now you can see it works better. Like, I'm trying to shift earlier, and that works a bit better with the resistance, finishing here in sixth place, taking 41 points. And yeah, always trying to recover after that effort. It's super tough. We are already here, coming to the next champion sprint. You can see Manfred Sen is attacking off the front, and also another guy was at the front. Not sure if it was Clem or Evik from the Ruhr Riders, but they are having a gap. And Yannick is again like making a super late approach here, and taking some positions. And yeah, you could see we were just catching them back. It was absolutely not possible to break away. There was always a few attempts, especially from Manfred Sen, because he's that kind of rider who can push, yeah, huge watts for a long time. But even for him, it was not possible to break away because that group was always getting so fast on the climb here. Third position up the Clyde Kicker. So when that group was starting to sprint, it was getting so fast. Excuse me, and yeah, they were closing down the gaps like huge. All right, next champions sprint, and then we got three more laps to go, and here you can see I'm always also struggling here. Cannot really push as I wanted to. Daniel was trying a breakaway. I think here I finished in 12th position. Yeah, exactly. Then I tried to lower the trainer difficulty. Like, I have it almost like normally at between 40 to 50%, and I thought like, oh, okay, I can, if I push it down to like, I mean, I should have probably put it to 0%, because then I wouldn't have had the problem with the kicker, like these huge gradients kicking in, and I'm having like that delay of like 5 seconds. So eighth position, I have seventh position here, Clyde Kicker number 8. And that's what I tried, but it also didn't really work. Probably because I didn't set it at 0%, so that was kind of stupid to just put it at 15% or so. So I tried that, but it was also like not the solution. I don't know what's the reason. Like, the next race, the next day, it worked perfectly. And yeah, I'm not sure if there's like some Bluetooth connection that was around and was kind of disturbing. But yeah, back to the race. Fifth position here in the champion sprint number 9. So 2 more laps to go. And I'm trying to do my best here, trying to cope with that problem and still pushing. It was also mentally tough because it was so annoying, I can tell you. But still, I'm doing good. So that's pretty fine. Pushing here as hard as I can. Again, 110 RPM. And then yeah, the resistance is kicking in, and finishing here in 7th position, Clyde Kicker. And yeah, it looks good. Like, it was always hard to keep. Like, I thought I was doing bad because especially at the beginning at the Clyde Kickers, I didn't do any good positions. So I thought like it's not really going well, and I'm like far behind. But I was actually in touch with like a podium position. And you can see Yannick is again here with me. Also, Michael is getting stronger and stronger. As always, the longer the race becomes, he's getting stronger and finishing here in 5th position. So this champion sprints always work pretty well for me. I'm taking like good points there. And that's definitely one of the reasons why I'm pretty much at the front for for the points classification. And here I'm also like always like around 10th position, like sometimes 5th, sometimes 13th or so. So now it's getting better and better, as you can see. Also here finishing in 2nd place with taking 45 points. So it's getting better and better, and I definitely could make up some positions at the end of the race. All right, final 700 meters. There's one more sprint to come, and that's like some additional points for the podium. So it's very important to do a good result here. You can see some attacks at the front. I'm pretty far behind, almost too far behind, already pushing 7 watts per kilo, but just in around 10th position. And yeah, I need to get further to the front because they're already like 30 meters ahead here. Yannick is, I think, at the front, and I'm trying to do my sprint here, pushing 14 watts per kilo, getting out of the saddle and trying everything to get to the front. It's very close here. I can use the draft, and I'm almost getting here to the front, and that looks pretty good. Michael, my teammate, is also there, and I'm just crossing the line in 1st position, so I'm just overtaking him on the line, very close, 300ths of a second. Yannick taking 7th place here at the finish line, but he is taking the win on points. So chapeau to him. Really amazing race, like absolutely dominant. He won by like, yeah, I think 40 points or so. You will see it in a second. We won as a team. You can see how empty I was. Like it was so crazy. Like I've never suffered so much, I believe. I always say that, or like I often say that, but this time I really did. And yeah, taking 914 points. So 848 for first across the line, fastest through segment for the final sprint. And yeah, finishing position. All right, in the team standings, we are ahead 12 points, so that's really dominant. We won every race so far. Yeah, we take that. That's going pretty smooth. And here is the graph. You can see, I mean, there was probably arguably like one sprint where I didn't give everything, kind of. I think that was when I had like the biggest problems with the resistance, but else I tried to give my best every time, and it was just crazy. No PBs because that was hard. It was always a sprint, and then like, yeah, letting go, like easing off and not pushing at all. So it was not really possible to go for any PBs here, I would say. So what a race. 21 sprints in 39 minutes. My legs were absolutely cooked. Massive shout out to everyone making it to the line, and congrats to Yannick for topping the points with an impressive performance throughout the whole race. If you enjoyed this madness, hit the like button, subscribe for more race recaps, and let me know in the comments, how did race 5 go for you? Have you been as empty as me after the line? See you in the next one. Cheers and ride on.
Remember to subscribe.